Welcome back to the channel. What I have for you today is the Eventlab Showdown. Every Sunday I get the Eventlabs from the festival playlist, play them, rate them, see which one I think is the best. Today we have two. And since we have played Summer Party before, and I believe it was fairly recent, I should have another episode of this somewhere. But when this happened previously, I'd go back and look to see if I'd already done one, and I would see the thumbnail and kind of see what one and what I used. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go into this fresh, and then maybe once this whole series is done, I'll go back and contrast and compare. But here we go. Up first, TTH Bagel. That's a name I do not remember. Arco Raceway. What's the best thing to do with pristine, untouched coastline? Cover it in 3 miles of concrete and asphalt, of course. Improved layout for multiplayer racing by widening and straightening some sections. A little Eventlab note there for you. We get a BMW M1 as a reward, not a 1M. I think I'd like a 1M better. Let's jump in here. This says open top. That is the category. Okay. A800. So as you can see, somehow you can make an event where only the vehicles with not a traditional roof can be used. All right. So it said circuit. Some of my circuit heroes are kind of, this one. This is an honorable mention. This one's pretty good. And I don't think I've used it in a while. Let's go for that. If you're wondering where that's from, that is from the UFC. I believe that is Yuri Prohaska. He's a MMA fighter? He says that sometimes. So we are under the raceway. Let's transport to the top. And we have our top up. I wish we could put it down, but I'm not going to pull over and do that. Wish you could do it in like the pause menu. That'd be really cool. Or before the race. I don't understand how people are just running away from me. I don't remember this Eventlab so far, so that's cool. I just went completely off course. Okay, let me see if I can. Yeah, no. You're really not cutting that corner. I'm gonna try to not hit this Myers-Manx. There we go. Wow, that is a treacherous section. Okay, this is fun. How do I not remember this? Like, fun. You know what I mean? It could be fun. Oh, the curbs are fun. I'll definitely say that. Look what we have in front of us. We've got a bunch of open wheel cars. I don't think it's fair. There we go. Basically buggies out here. Some exo cars. What is that? A Hot Wheels rip rod, and then the we got the Myers-Manx coming in hot. The Ariel Atom, the off-road one, I believe. Nomad, maybe. I don't know. I thought a Lamborghini would have the smoke, even at A800, to really push around some Eventlab drivatars, but not the case. Like he said, he widened it. What was it before? Holy crap. All right, we've muscled our way into the front. Let's try and keep it here. This is a tough one. Treacherous. And what I was saying about fun a little bit ago, it was very challenging to get through those sections like that unscathed, have enough room to pass people. And fun for me is jumps, a nice flowing course. Different physical elements. I'm a sandbox style gamer myself. That's why I love the open world of, holy crap, speaking of which, of Forza Horizon 5. Because you can just go out and do anything, go anywhere, any direction. We're not stuck to the racetracks anymore in Forza. I guess that's what they mean by Horizon. So that's cool. Lap 2. Yeah, this is kind of, I feel like this is brand new. Whatever happened when I played this before, they must have hit me with the Men in Black thing, because I am not remembering this. I think I would. This is crazy. This is a challenging course. It feels difficult to push this all-wheel drive monster around here. I always make the mistake I don't have cars that steer. They always understeer or oversteer, and I can't really, well, I know which one. I hate oversteer more. Wait a minute. Are you serious? How am I supposed to take that turn? Also, racing line, you let me down. Look at this. This is like a joker. That's crazy. I think I like the outer line better, but I'd never see it. I never break that hard. I'm always push it to the limit. Yeah. This is an interesting one. I like it, but I kind of don't at the same time. Just being 100% truthful. Because it's... Why did I slow down so much? Because it's incompatible with my style and what I tune. And I like easy stuff. Pretend it's hard. Let me be awesome at it. I like easy stuff. That's cool. Sometimes stuff is hard and it sucks, but then you get through it and you're like, yeah, I did that. Like working on a car and taking the engine out and putting a different engine in and succeeding enough to drive it, 2 hours to the tuner and 2.5 hours each way to the exhaust guy. Oh my gosh. It was 2 hours each way to the tuner as well, but still. This section, I got lucky the first time through. Okay, well, I've said enough. I'll see you at the end. The big half pipe is really cool, or quarter pipe. That's sick. All right, so a pretty long race at 4:30 for 2 laps. Not terrible. It's under 5, so that's fine, I guess. 4 would have been a great sweet spot. Maybe it's the Class 2 A800 a little slower. But there you go, Arco Raceway complete. Moving on to Type Hard Fork, a channel favorite, Circuito de los Pinos. Winding through the pine trees of Copper Canyon. Copper Canyon. This flowing track is the next installment of the Horizon Motorsport cooperative venture. So this came out a while ago. Can't remember exactly when Summer Party released. Maybe it was more recent, or I don't know. That's one of the things that's really frustrating about going back and playing these old festival playlists with no changes, because they haven't even put in new Eventlabs. To really compare and contrast to the last race, I had a Lamborghini that was all-wheel drive. I really don't know what to do here. I feel like if I go at it with one of these front-wheel drive race cars, it's going to be difficult. Let's try this one. A front-engine rear-wheel drive Camaro Jordan Luca. So this thing is amazing. It's got the elephant print. It's got, a nice... it's got an amazing setup on it. We got the gold two-tone work wheels, Jordan white walls. Oh, okay. Are we under here? Oh, they just popped in there. Now we're stuck. Okay. So hopefully launch control will help me out here a little bit. Let's see if we remember this one. I think we do. And I think I used one of like the front wheel drive race cars last time. I'm not so sure. I feel like elevated racetrack. I feel like we've done this before. Always watch out for those Eventlab walls. You can hit, but they'll also probably... Drivatars, what are you doing? The walls you'll catch on them and it sucks. The big V8 roaring, trying to find traction. Ooh. Wrecked a little bit there. I don't know if that's supposed to be a jump. Muscling our way in again. See, I'm going to use that to my advantage, but these Drivatars, they do not know how to race this course. They just randomly stop. Now this seems to me like almost like a go-kart track. Is that one of those? No, it's a Jaguar. Okay, I was going to say, I thought it was a Fiat for a second. It's hard to make out. That thing is fast, as much as it's been stopping. Huge jumps. Yeah, I remember this, I'm pretty sure. Not very well do I remember it, but I think I had a lot more fun here last time I was here because I had such a racetrack ride, you know what I mean? That would have been a cool car to bring, that Jag. I don't remember seeing it. I guess I don't have one in that configuration. A800. It's nice that we have the same performance index category again. I wonder if he's going to stop up here. Yep. That's annoying. I don't know why that ends up happening. There's something, I guess, they're seeing when they race that makes them be cautious, which is weird, right? It sucks racing against them because they're not racing the same race you're racing. Bunch of robots. It's fine. So here we are in the Camaro Jordan Luca. Clicking gears. You can hear the shifter. I mean, I don't know what I thought of this before, but this is okay. This is an elevated go-kart-esque track. It looks really cool. That's what makes me think of a go-kart track. You don't see a real raceway like this, but it's not super fun to race. At least in this car. I don't know. Huh. I've got some things to think about. There you go. Circuito de los Pinos complete. Now, with that one fresh in my mind, let me go over a couple of things that I thought were cool about it. I really like the consistency and the way all of the pieces were placed. It was very fine. There were so many of them. There was nice sweeping turns. You know, all the surfaces were pretty flat. I guess those were meant to be jumps because they were pretty abrupt in their transition. I think it would be fun there if I had maybe like the Urban Rebel concept from Cupra. That vehicle's a little fast for that track, I think. But something like that would be fun. Something where you could, you know, have the jumps, at least my version with rally tires, rally suspension, all-wheel drive. You can have the jumps. You could go into the turns. You could kind of hoon around there. I was not able to do that as well as I wanted to in the Camaro Jordan Luca. It's really low slung, no real suspension travel, so the jumps felt out of place for me. The game, I know I don't race with traction control and stability management. Maybe that would help things, but I feel like it just kills the car's power. And it's not very organic. And also, you can't drift. You have to keep constantly turning it off. So I just left it off. But I think a rear-wheel drive car is just kind of unusable in Forza sometimes. And I felt that here today. I couldn't really rip on it. Couldn't really drive it spiritedly. And for those reasons, I'm going to have to give the win today to TTH Bagel and Arco Raceway. This one, even though it was very, very trying, kind of got to just suck it up and go for it. I know the corners were a little abrupt compared to Circuito de los Pinos. The corners were a lot more sharp. There was a lot more obstacles in those corners. I felt like the Drivatars were super fast there. They knew where to go. They knew what was going on. Very tight racetrack, even though it was widened, but I do appreciate that. But my two absolute favorite things, I kept saying it was fun. The challenge kept getting in the way of that, but I really liked the surprise. There might have been more, but option of a different turn there towards the ocean. That was really cool. I guess it was under a rock feature. The racing line said to go to the outside. I'm sure all of the Drivatars went that way, but maybe online you could have seen people diving in there. So I thought that was really cool. And then right after that, it seemed, not too much later, was that quarter pipe. And I think if more of the track had those types of elements, maybe I missed them, I don't know, but I would have just been blown away. That was really fun. The quarter pipe gave you a lot more room to just kind of spread your wings and spin your wheels. And the same with the turn. So I didn't see this one going that way, but that's how I'm feeling today. That's how the car choices made me feel. I made those. Nothing against any of the creators. You know, these guys make really cool stuff that I could not do. Definitely could not do to that level. Yeah, congratulations to them on being featured. Congratulations to TTH Bagel for the win. And that's going to do it for me today. I will be back on Wednesday in Forza Horizon 5 with the daily challenges. We already have one here ready for me to complete it. We're going to have all of the rest, all of the 6 I haven't done yet. Plus, we'll check over this festival playlist and make sure there's nothing else we need to do before we get to autumn storm season. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. We're over 1,000, and I don't know where we're going from here, but we're going to the top. Thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Later.